What up, y'all? ST here. Bring y'all a round 52 co-op game on Shadows Evil, and it wasn't like a serious high round run. We really just want to get to round 50, and the real goal, I kind of want round 70 on co-op. I don't know about the giant round 70 co-op because that's going to be like questionably. I do know the strategy that we would run for that. I take that back. The one that Frenzy ran, I'd probably run that with my friend if they figure out how to do it. I really need a partner for that though. I don't know who's willing to go to 70 with me. But in the early rounds, I was training in this pack-a-punch area, and I would not actually go next to the pack-a-punch machine. I would stay on this side of the room, and we realized that that was not the best strategy. This was kind of just a game to test out to see what the strat we were going to use. I realized it was not the best strategy to stay in this room. And for some reason, he wanted to be like, okay, no, if you're going to train in this room, you don't get the Wonder Weapon. But he lost his Perkaholic, and then he lost the Wonder Weapon, and he was very upset about that. I don't remember how he died with when he lost his Perkaholic. But he did lose the Wonder Weapon. I got it back out of the box, and then he ended up having it again because I had it mule kick too. So it was like a lot of weird mix-ups. But he ended up having the Wonder Weapon for the majority of the time. We realized that this was not the best spot, as like 3 Margles would spawn in. If they would go to me in the Pack-a-Punch room, it would just be so death. It would just be death. I actually bleed out right here. I think this is the only time I bled out. We did have like both over 10 downs, which is not good. And the Margwa is probably the hardest part. So we figured out that if he would just move over, he went train eventually in the Burlesque. The Burlesque. He went train in the Burlesque. And after I died, I got my jug back and everything. And I decided to, as a joke, I kind of decided to Pack-a-Punch my Bloodhound, as you'll see in a second, to see how that went. It never killed me, surprisingly. I've never freaking Pack-a-Punched one of these pistols and not killed myself with it, which was surprising. But like by like round, I don't know, sometime in the 30s, he moved on and he trained in the Burlesque and he had the Wonder Weapon. So I was here with Blast Furnace and Turned, and sometimes Dead Wire. I was just keep switching around my second weapon, but I always had Blast Furnace handy because Blast Furnace is OP. But like for a few rounds, I was running around with these upgraded pistols that are fun to use, but don't do anything after round 40. So you have to get rid of them, or you're gonna kill yourself. And I learned the wall running is so sketchy. That's why I don't like being in this room. Is like the zombie will come across. I thought I was a beast right here because I could train on the thing, and then I ran to the right and I died. Pop Shocks is awesome, man. It's so awesome for killing the Margwa. Like it's just freaking OP. It's not OP because you lose them eventually, and you actually do have to go knife the Margwa, which is dangerous. But it is very, very helpful. Especially when you have 3 Margwas, since you're playing co-op. 3 Margwas spawn in instead of 1, which is really bad. I do plan on getting around 70 on this map, like I said. I'm kind of inspired by, what's his name? Pishizor, as he had round hundreds on every, Black Ops 1 map, besides like Nox and maybe Call of the Dead. I don't think he got Call of the Dead either. On 100s, yeah, on solo. And then he was reaching for 70s on co-op, and he definitely had all 50s, I know, but I don't know how many 70s he got on co-op. But I believe Black Ops 3 would be a lot easier though, because you have infinitely damaged stuff like Blast Furnace on the secondary ammo type Pack-a-Punch things that will kill zombies forever, instead of using traps and Wonder Weapons with roundup strategies where you combine the zombie horde and shoot them with the Wonder Weapon. You can just use Blast Furnace on a much less difficult strategy. So, yeah. I hope no one heard that. I'm just gonna basically, when I was running the Blast Furnace, I was running in this is my favorite little spot of the rift. Right by this little, right by where you grab your sword, because if you are training in this spot, I mean, of course, like, if you're playing solo, you're gonna have to run, like, all the way around of this room. But the great significance about this very spot is it is a very good spot for, like, the zombies to round up in a big pile, so we can shoot them with Blast Furnace, and most of them will die. But towards the end of the game, the freaking weather outside was just crazy, man. Like, we had to commit suicide on here.
Dude, jump.
It was so bad. Like we would have probably gone to 60, maybe even 70, and reached my ultimate goal of co-op.
Hurry up, dude. Dude,
But we could not
well is
because
hitting
of the
outside.
weather. And I'm not very disappointed because I really wanted to start out with around 50,
Dude,
and
hurry up!
like 70 is gonna
Ball!
be a huge goal. But the weather was just so real, man. The power, we didn't want the power to go out and then not even show up on the leaderboards because this is like my first 50 co-op, and I just wanted to, first 50 co-op on this game,
We didn't get the jump
and I wanted
like,
to.
Let me just
So we didn't even get to commit suicide because he was too worried about and died by one zombie. But thanks for watching, y'all.